Hello, gem hunter. Would you trust a plant to find diamonds and gold hidden in the ground? It may sound like something out of an adventure movie, but there's a rare plant that only grows where there are valuable mineral deposits. And the curious thing is, almost no one talks about it. In a world where millions are spent on machines and technology to explore the Earth, the answer may be sprouting right under our noses. The most fascinating thing? This plant doesn't just grow in these places. In some cases, it absorbs precious particles, revealing visible clues in its leaves. Very few people know how to recognize it, and those who do, guard the secret like a treasure map. In this video, you'll discover what this plant is, where to find it, and why it could hold the key to changing your life, and perhaps your financial destiny. And before continuing, like and subscribe to the channel, because here you'll learn to see what almost no one else sees, and that could be worth its weight in gold. After all, what if the treasure you seek is blooming at your feet? While noisy machines destroy forests in search of gold, a silent plant flourishes only where the earth holds its greatest secrets. It neither screams nor attracts attention, but carries an ancient, almost poetic history that connects man to nature in its purest essence. Ancient peoples, wise in observing the signs of the earth, knew that the growth of these roots was no mere coincidence. It was a living map, a secret language that indicated profound changes underground. This symbolic connection between plant and soil is almost like a conversation mute in the wind, where each leaf and each stem speaks to those who know how to listen. They learn to decipher these signals not with machines, but with eyes trained by patience and observation of life in its natural rhythm, respecting the time the earth takes to reveal itself. This ancient wisdom, far from being mere folklore, has real historical backing. In remote regions of South Africa and Australia, experienced prospectors began using the growth of this plant as a kind of natural compass to locate diamonds. They realized that while maps and geologists indicated one thing, the local vegetation itself showed another path, sometimes more accurate and always more sustainable. Just imagine, while modern man insists on aggressively exploiting the earth, there is an alternative, discreet and powerful route that nature itself offers as a guide. This link between past and present shows that to truly understand the earth's richness requires more than expensive tools. It requires a poetic eye, attentive to detail, and an open mind to what seems invisible at first glance. The plant in question goes by the scientific name Commeline erected, more popularly known as diamond grass. It's special because it prefers to grow in soils rich in precious mineral deposits, especially diamonds and in some cases gold. It's no coincidence that its presence arouses so much interest among prospectors and scientists. This plant's ideal habitat is tropical and subtropical regions, where the soil is poor in organic matter, but rich in minerals that other plants can't tolerate. This makes it Commeline erected becomes a true natural indicator, a kind of organic detector that responds directly to the subterranean conditions surrounding it. Furthermore, its life cycle is adapted to bloom at specific times, making it easy to identify for those who know what to look for. But why does this plant only appear near these valuable deposits? The answer lies in the composition of the soil and the unique capabilities of its roots. The roots of Commeline erected penetrate deep into the soil, absorbing not only water and basic nutrients, but also rare minerals such as diamonds in their microcrystalline form and traces of gold dissolved in the soil. Scientifically, this happens because the plant has developed selective bioabsorption, filtering out certain chemical elements that other plants cannot process. This makes it a natural bioindicator, a living organism that reveals clues about what's buried beneath. What's even more impressive is that these minerals can sometimes be concentrated in the leaves, allowing experts to perform simple analyses to confirm the presence of deposits. Here comes the plot twist that few know about. The common line erected not only indicates where to dig, but can also act as a kind of guardian of the ore. In some cases, researchers have found leaves that, when analyzed with appropriate technology, showed a concentration of gold in their cells, a kind of natural map that the plant carries with it. This opens up a range of possibilities for sustainable mining, where aggressive soil exploration is not necessary, but rather the local vegetation must be studied to identify the most promising spots. Instead of destroying large areas to find something, modern explorers can look to these plants as veritable green beacons, signaling where the wealth lies, using a much more ecological and intelligent method. For those who wish to understand more deeply, it's important to understand that this phenomenon is the result of a delicate balance between the plant, the soil, and the surrounding environment. The interaction of roots with soil microorganisms also plays a fundamental role, helping to release minerals for absorption. Furthermore, the plant avoids direct competition with other species, occupying specific niches that few others can inhabit. This makes it an almost unique biomarker, a living signature of the presence of diamonds and gold. When an explorer knows how to identify the coralline erected and understands its habitat, he's not just finding a plant. He's reading a living chapter in the planet's history and unlocking secrets the Earth has held for millions of years. If you're enjoying this journey through the world of plants and minerals, take the opportunity to like and subscribe to the channel. Here, knowledge is true wealth, and the next secret may be just a click away. To begin recognizing this unique plant, the first step is to learn how to identify it visually. Coralline erecteded has green leaves that can range from light to dark, usually elongated and thin, with a texture reminiscent of silk. Its small blue or violet flowers appear at certain times of the year, usually in late spring and early summer, and serve as natural beacons for those who are paying attention. It's essential to develop a trained eye, almost like a nature detective, because this plant often goes unnoticed amidst common vegetation. A good trick is to observe areas of exposed soil, near dry rivers or in sandy terrain, as these are environments where it feels most at home. For those who want to delve deeper, there are botanical apps like iNaturalist or PlantNet that help confirm identification in the field using photos taken with your cell phone. In terms of geographical location, the coralline erecteded has been found in various parts of the world, but its greatest prominence is in regions known for valuable mineral deposits, such as some areas of the United States, South Africa, and Australia. In these locations, the soil has specific characteristics, such as high concentrations of certain minerals, which favor the growth of this plant. It's worth remembering that careful observation should be carried out in hard-to-reach areas, where nature still reigns largely untouched. To increase the chances of success, experienced adventurers and prospectors recommend using basic field tools, such as GPS to map exact sighting points, notebooks for detailed notes, and even equipment to measure soil composition. This preparation transforms a seemingly ordinary hike into a true scientific expedition. Once the plant is identified, the next step is to act with caution and respect for nature. Collecting samples must be done ethically, removing small parts without compromising the plant's health, and always respecting local environmental laws. These samples can be taken for simple laboratory analysis, where the concentration of minerals in the leaves and surrounding soil is checked. For those who want to go further, there are portable kits that enable rapid field screening, such as fluorescent spectrometers, which help detect precious metals in minutes. Furthermore, recording all the information, location, date, weather conditions, is essential for building a personal database, a true exploration diary, which can reveal patterns over time and increase the accuracy of future searches. Ultimately, anyone who decides to pursue this path needs to adopt a conscious explorer's mindset, understanding that knowledge comes from both practical observation and continuous study. Reading books on applied botany, such as Brian Capon's Botany for Gardeners, or exploring free online courses on plant identification helps hone this skill. It's also beneficial to connect with communities of amateur and expert botanists, whether through online forums or local ecology groups, to exchange experiences and tips. Technology is readily available. Apps, drones for mapping difficult areas, smart soil sensors, all of which expand the power of observation and reduce manual labor. And so, with a little practice and dedication, anyone can begin reading the signs nature offers, opening doors to knowledge that, until now, seemed reserved only for leading experts. And tell me in the comments, what do you find most fascinating place to begin this search? Have you already heard of this plant, or do you want to try identifying one next time you go for a walk? In addition to Carmeline erected, nature offers us a veritable palette of living signs that indicate the presence of precious minerals underground. There are other specific plants that, like silent sentinels, indicate the presence of copper, iron, and even precious stones, adapting to soils rich in these elements. For example, eucalyptus in certain regions of Australia, it's known to grow in mineral-rich soils, while certain ferns can indicate iron-rich areas. Not only plants, but also mycorrhizal fungi play a fundamental role. Their underground networks help release rare minerals and facilitate the exchange of nutrients with the roots, signaling a mineralized environment. Furthermore, insects such as ants and termites build their nests in rich soils, becoming natural allies for those seeking to understand the composition of the land. These connections show that the earth has a complex language, and roots, fungi, and even the smallest inhabitants of the soil seem to know where the gold is, even before we can see it. Observing this web of life is a step toward deciphering what the soil wants to reveal, transforming every walk in nature into a living classroom full of mysteries ready to be discovered. How many times, while walking along a trail, or even through your backyard, have you passed by seemingly ordinary plants and simply ignored them, thinking they were just weeds, dull, unimportant? The truth is that these plants, silent and discreet, carry stories and secrets that can transform our way of seeing the world. They are like coded messages from nature, waiting for someone with attentive eyes and an open mind to decipher them. Perhaps the answers you seek in life, whether about wealth, purpose, or connection to the planet, are blooming at your feet, but you just haven't yet learned to look at them with the reverence they deserve. Observing nature attentively is an exercise that goes beyond scientific curiosity. It is a practice of contemplation and respect that reconnects us with something ancient and profound. By training our eyes to see the invisible, it's not just about finding precious stones, but about perceiving the silent language of the earth, listening to what it has been trying to tell us for millennia. This natural wisdom, when incorporated, can change not only the way we explore the world, but also the way we see ourselves within it. If you felt this connection awaken within you, how about taking the next step? Comment, "I see the signs" below and start learning to read nature like a true explorer. Someone who doesn't just walk, but understands every detail along the way. Don't miss this opportunity. Like this video, share it with someone who also loves nature and wants to unravel its secrets. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content that goes beyond the obvious. Here we seek more than material wealth. We seek natural wisdom, a wealth that transforms lives, the way we see the world, and the connection with what truly matters. Shall we join you on this journey? The path is open and nature is speaking. Just listen carefully. Would you start observing the plants along the way if you knew one of them pointed to a diamond? This question can transform the way you walk and see the world around you. And as you watch this video, which is now appearing on your screen, how to recognize rough diamonds in nature by their shape, Don't miss them. You will learn to identify these precious gems without missing a single opportunity. Nature does speak, and when you truly listen, it reveals the true riches that go far beyond gold and diamonds. Prepare to be amazed and broaden your vision of what lies at your feet. See you later. Gem Hunter.